How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. This is a must-have if you have an outdoor pond in the wintertime in Canada. An aerator. I bought a cheap aerator off of Amazon for the front pond. Even though I'm getting rid of that pond out front, I still need an aerator because all my plants I put in there and they need oxygen, and I have tadpoles and everything else in there. So I need to pick up another aerator because this one sucks. So I went out and I got one of these 30 to 60 gallon air pumps. I've had one of these now for the big pond and for this pond last year for about 15 years from my old house, and it still works great. This one was a little extra money. It seems to be holding up, so I figured I better get the same kind. It's not the same name, it's a Tetra air pump. The one I have out there or in the back pond is a Laguna. So if you look here, there's the aerator from Amazon. It's kind of a piece of crap. Barely bubbles. I know it looks like a lot in the video, but it's not. It's brutal. So let's get this sucker open. We'll have a look at it. It should be a dual outlet. They don't give these things away anymore either. This was like 72 bucks for hose, 2 of these, and the pump. Back in the day, you could buy this for probably 30 bucks. What happened? Oh, it has T's with valves and stuff. We're not going to need them. We're not going to need this. So we just need this. What I want to do is I want to cut this hose to length. Well, I don't want to cut this hose to length because that's way too much. I only need a little bit of hose. This thing's... Why did I buy 25 feet of hose? Oh well, I have it for later. Freaking lip. We're eating a lip, a rooski. So that should be good for that one. So let's double that up and we'll go 2 of them. Or should I move it? You know what, let's give it an extra 2 feet. There we go. You don't want too much length on these because then you don't get enough air bubble in it. I think that should be plenty. I hope it is because now it's too late. Well, I guess I gotta cut it again, don't I? Need 2 cuts, we do. There we go. Decent. That gives me extra for later. So now once we're done that, we can put our little, on here, our little stones. I got the cheapest stones possible. I know you can barely see me. All right, so now that we got that done, we'll plug them in here and here. And we'll go to the pond and put it in. Okay. I gotta dig this one out. What a piece of crap. I don't even know why I wasted my money on this one. It is what it is. It's done now. What do? Oh, I got it wired in direct. I forgot I did that. I didn't have an extension cord. I used all my darn extension cords on Christmas lights. Go figure. If I would have remembered that, I probably would have picked up a friggin' extension cord and, oh well, it is what it is. Let me know in the comments below if you guys ever cheated this way or not. I think I even soldered it, to be honest with you. Sure did. This turns a just plug and play job into a little bit of a ordeal. But you know me, I like ordeals, I guess. Where in the hell's my torch? Oh God. Oh, here it is. Put a knee on the cord, heat it up, and you pull. Harder. Holy. There we go. That was easy. Oh, look at the size of that stone. I might put that stone on the lines. It's bigger. Decent. Wonder if I get another big one like that. Not looking like it. How's everything look out there, okay? Perfect. Wait there for me. Yeah, like I'm gonna find this now. Oh, brother. Well, we'll try one with a big and one with a small. That's what we'll do. We'll see which one makes more air. Now, instead of, getting the right end and fixing it properly, we're just going to do the same thing. Monkey rig it. Come on, baby. There we go. Hold on. Wait for it. There's 1. There's 2. Solder them up. Don't try this at home. Just get a damn extension cord. See that? Perfect. Can't get any better than that. Taper up real good. At least one good thing, it's outside. So if it catches on fire, it's outside anyway. That's one way of looking at it. Oh, a couple of you commented about batteries in the for the e-bikes in the house. I agree 100%, and we're going to fix that problem coming up here in the next video or 2. Yeah, don't store your batteries in your house in an unsafe location because they will burn your friggin' house down. So whoever commented of that, there's 2 of yous. Thank you for that. Because you're 100% right. You'll burn your friggin' house down. And nobody wants to burn their house down. If I didn't have so many damn Christmas lights, I would have lots of extension cords. But I'm fresh out of extension cords. All right, let's see if this works. Sure does. Can you hear it? I can. Listen. Ah, yeah. It's mint. So we'll set this over here. Another thing I like about this one is it doesn't have to be under something. It's got a fully waterproof self-top. The other one I looked at had 2 knobs. That's just a way to let water in, so we don't want to do that. So now that we've done that, let's throw them in and see what happens. Here's one. Ready? Boop. Oh, that's better. Look at that thing giver. Good, you? Ah, yeah. I need a weight on that one. Well, I just noticed one thing here that we got to do. When I threw them in the pond, they didn't want to sink too good. So we're going to take this back off and we'll put nuts on it and we'll put it back on. That gives it some weight, right? And look at that, right to the bottom. Where's the other one? Oh, here it is. Ready? Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Just want to make sure you don't get electrocuted touching that cord right there. That wouldn't be good. So there we go. Now we got a little bit more bubbles in there. Quite a bit more than before. So we'll just let that thing sit there and idle and it should be good. Let me know if you guys have a pond and this is what you do. You should have that and a de-icer if you have fish. I don't have fish, just a few tadpoles, so I only need a bubbler in this pond. Like I said, this pond is going next year. We're going to take it out, fill it in, and I'm going to build another one in the back with a stream down. So we won't need this pond, but I just want some air in there because then it doesn't get stagnant and stink and everything else. Like, look at that thing bubbling. That's doing some current right there. Even bringing leaves up to the surface. That's perfect. All right, so there we go. That's done. Happy about that. This thing, piece of junk. If you're on Amazon looking for an aerator and it looks like that thing, don't even buy it. Unless you got a 5-gallon fish tank. So there we go. If you have a pond in the wintertime in Canada and it freezes and you don't have an aerator or a de-icer, especially if you have fish, then get one because you'll lose all your fish. You need air when it ices over and you need a de-icer to let the biochemicals release. That's what the air bubbler is for, basically. Put oxygen in the water, and if you get rotten leaves and stuff in there, it doesn't poison your fish, basically. So if you ever lose your fish in the wintertime, you're wondering why, that's why. Take it from me. I've never lost my fish. And I had ponds in every house I've owned and I've put ponds in other people's houses over the years, especially when I was younger. I was full of, piss and vinegar. Now I'm just old. I still like my ponds. I didn't have a pond out here for quite a while because I just didn't have the funds for it. But I sold the trailer, as you know, and I said, I'm going to put a pond in. And that's what I did. I did pretty good too. That pond didn't cost as much as you think. All the rocks were free. Liner I got off Marketplace for $150. Excavator cost me the most money, I think. Yeah, it did. Yeah, I just using a cheap Amazon pump on it too. So yeah, it was a cheap pond. It wasn't bad at all. The fish were all babies. They just grew, and I had the fish up here and they grew. So it's pretty good. Leave a comment down below if you have a pond. I'd like to hear about it and if you like it. And if you're in the cold climate like I am. I'm in Ontario, so it's not super cold. I'm not, up north or anything. It still gets pretty cold here sometimes. Got to make sure you're 3 feet deep too. Over 3 feet is better, but 3 feet minimum if you're in cold weather like this. You got to get just that frost line or just below it. Even though our frost line nowadays is about 2 feet, it doesn't get cold enough here anymore. So even if you're over 2 feet, almost 3, you're probably still going to be okay. As long as you have an aerator and heater. Remember that. But I'm glad you're all here. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you can, and hit that notification if you can. And remember, check your app on your phone. If you're not getting notified because of a new update, you have to turn it back on. So I'm glad you're all here. Don't stop, and we'll see you on the next one.